KL Publications presents Watch Over Us, A Night to Remember by Ryan C. Sanders. The night was alive in Port of Spain. The streets were buzzing with the vibrant energy that only Trinidadian parties or fetes could bring. Tonight, however, was special. The marquee event featured none other than Patrice Roberts, one of the island's most beloved artists. Her hit song, Watch Over Us, had become a national anthem of sorts, a song of hope, resilience, and spiritual protection. Fans from all over had flocked to the open-air venue, eager to feel her energy and the powerful emotions her music stirred. As the night deepened, the air grew thicker with excitement. Drinks, rum punch, a secret alcoholic blend favorite of the locals, specifically flowed freely, and the steady pulse of soca music vibrated through the crowd. It was a sea of movements, bodies swaying, hands raised, flags waving, and the faces lit with joy. The DJ kept the tempo high, mixing Patrice Roberts' most famous songs, building the anticipation for her entrance. Her performance was the highlight of the night, and the crowd was ready. At the center of it all was Kareem, a young man in his mid-20s who had come to the Fete with a group of friends. He wasn't there just for the party, he was there for a release. Life had been weighing heavy on him lately. Family's pressures, job stress, and personal insecurities had built up over time. But tonight, he was determined to let loose and find some sort of peace in the music. Soca had always been his therapy, and Patrice Roberts, she was his healer. As Patrice finally took the stage, the crowd erupted into cheers. She stood there, resplendent in a shivering outfit, her presence commanding yet warm. The music began. As she belted out of her first note, the crowd moved in unison, their spirits lifted by the powerful sound of her voice. The connection between Patrice and her audience was palpable, as though every lyric was saying spoke directly to the soul of each person there. Kareem was no different. He felt the tension leave his body as Patrice moved through her set. The music enveloped him, and for a while, it felt like everything was going to be okay. That's the power of soca. That's the power of Patrice. When she sang Watch Over Us, the crowd swayed together like an unified force, as if collectively praying for protection and grace. However, not everyone in the Fete was feeling the same positive vibes. Across the dance floor, a man named Dexter. He had been drinking heavily throughout the night, already nursing a bad mood. Before arriving, he had a short fuse. He was mad, and the alcohol only made it worse. A simple bump from another feta, an accidental nudge in the crowd space, was all it took to light his anger. What started as a minor incident quickly escalated. Words were exchanged, and before anyone knew it, Dexter stormed out of the venue. Unbeknownst to the crowd, Dexter had a semi-automatic firearm in his car. Fueled by alcohol and rage, he decided to retrieve it. His anger had reached a tipping point, and in that moment, he was determined to exact some sort of retribution for his perceived slight against him. He returned to the Fete, pushing through the swaying bodies, and lifted his weapon into the air. And suddenly, a gunfire shattered the joyous atmosphere. Pop, 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 pop. Panic swept through the crowd like a wave. People screamed and ducked for cover, some running over frozen in place. For a few terrifying moments, the air was filled with the sound of chaos. The once festival atmosphere now gripped by fear. The music stopped. The venue fell into an eerie silence as everyone tried to process what had just happened. But then something remarkable occurred. As people began to check themselves and their friends, they realized something unbelievable. No one had been hit. Not a single bullet had found a target. The bullets had all missed. And in the confusion, Dexter was quickly apprehended by security. It was as if an invisible force had shielded everyone from harm. The DJ shaken but alert. He saw the moment for what it was. A miracle. He turned to his equipment, and without hesitation, he queued up Patrice Roberts' Watch Over Us. The opening chord of the song filled the air, soft at first, then building in intensity. As the familiar melody washed over the crowd, a sense of awe and wonder replaced the fear that was gripping them moments before. Patrice, still on stage, took the mic again, her voice steady, despite the chaos that had unfolded. With her signature grace, she began to sing, "Father, watch over us." Her words resonated more powerfully than ever. It wasn't just a song anymore. It was a prayer that had manifested right before their eyes. Kareem, who had been caught in the chaos, still stood, feeling a deep sense of calm settling over him. He wasn't a particularly religious man, but something about this moment felt divine. The entire crowd, once scattered and panicked, began to gather again, drawn back by the power of the music. Hands that had been trembling with fear now raised toward the sky, swaying in time with the rhythm, as though acknowledging the unseen protection that had spared them all. It was in this moment that the true power, "Watch over us," became clear. The lyrics, the melody, the energy of the song, it wasn't just entertainment. It was a reminder that the words we spoke, the vibes we create, have real power. Patrice had sung about divine protection, and tonight that protection had been tangible. No one could explain how it happened, but no one needed to. They all felt it. As the song played on, the crowd, now united more than ever, lifted their voices along with Patrice. The night had become darkened by fear. It was now illuminated by something far stronger: hope, faith, and the understanding that when we speak of protection, when we believe in it, we can manifest it. The fete continued, but it was no longer just a party. It had transformed into a movement of a collective realization. Through the music, they had all been reminded that life is fragile, but there is strength in unity and belief. Patrice Roberts sung "Watch Over Us," and in that moment, those words had come to life, proving that sometimes a vibe is all you need to protect not only yourself, but the whole world around you. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe.